Hello there. If you were to take a trip to Broadway and look through the catalog of musicals playing there now, it would seem like you're merely browsing through the Netflix selection. Broadway is now littered with musical productions based off movies, and certainly the theatrical arm of Disney has been a major contributor to this. Starting with Beauty and the Beast, they've since adapted to the stage the likes of The Little Mermaid, Tarzan, Aladdin, Mary Poppins, and even Newsies. They're already talking about a Broadway musical based on Frozen, which does make sense as the songs and story structure are straight out of that format. However, certainly the most popular and acclaimed of Disney stage shows is The Lion King, and I think it certainly deserves its status. I saw the show once, way back in 2000, and impressively, the whole play is still clear in my memory. In order to create a show with a completely animal cast and not make it look like Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cats, which I think is the scariest thing ever put on stage, Disney needed to hire somebody who could bring the right vision. Enter Julie Taymor, who is the perfect choice to direct the show. For the costumes, Taymor decided to give them an appropriate African tribal feeling. We already know these characters from the film, so there's enough freedom, but also recognizable features, given to the costumes that will easily buy them as the Lion King characters. For the lions, they are given lion faces, which are made to look like regal crowns. For Zazu, the actor's dress is a typical English manservant, but our focus is mainly on the puppet sitting atop his bowler hat. Timon and the hyenas go for a Japanese theater approach, where the actors are dressed in camouflage while holding the characters in front of them. Upon first seeing the animal costumes and puppets during Circle of Life, it's quite an amazing experience, and Taymor and puppet designer Michael Curry deserve a lot of kudos for their accomplishment. Of course, they were also smart enough to bring in a couple people involved with the blockbuster movie. Roger Allers, the director of the animated film, and Irene Mecci, the screenplay's co-writer, both collaborated on writing the book for the musical. Hans Zimmer contributed to the music, and Le Bohème, who was responsible for the iconic opening chant, served as an additional lyricist on the Broadway show. The use of songs is excellently done and expertly adapted to the Broadway stage, bringing in the familiar music from the movie while also creating new tunes. Hans Zimmer's score in the film is already amazing, and hearing an orchestra play it underneath the stage is a whole new experience. Of the new takes on the classic songs, I would say Can You Feel the Love Tonight is the strongest. Expanding on it and the staging and choreography are unforgettable. Circle of Life is also incredible as the animals march through the theater and onto the stage, and the African chanting is sung around the audience. As a massive Lion King fan, ever since first seeing the movie back in '94, the opening immediately brought the biggest smile to my face. Meanwhile, the deleted song The Morning Report was introduced in the musical and was apparently popular enough to be added in the IMAX reissue. The new songs are fantastic too, with He Lives in You even being good enough to be included in The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. Endless Night is a sad number where Simba ponders about Mufasa's promise that he would always be there for him. The lionesses, who aside from Nala weren't really characters in the movie, are given a couple numbers too, with Shadowland being a particular standout. All the songs are fantastically scored and placed in the right moments of the book, certainly resulting in one of the best books and musical soundtracks out there. With the extended time afforded to a staged musical, they are also able to expand on the characters and their motivations. In the film, Nala mainly leaves Pride Rock to seek food for the lionesses, but in the stage show, Scar proposes to Nala, which he's of course creeped out by. When I saw the show as a child, I just saw this as Scar being loopy, but now that I'm older, I can see the creepiness factor. However, it's certainly effective. In another interesting twist, Julie Taymor made Rafiki a woman, which even the Lion King's head of story, Brenda Chapman, praised as a great idea. In bringing it to the stage, Taymor didn't simply opt to just copy the script and slap it on stage, but made the necessary changes to transform an animated film into this completely live medium, and certainly succeeded in creating a truly special show that will play on Broadway forever. See you next time.